Right, so slightly more difficult lesson now, Rosa. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a little video as well that you can use for reference. Because I don't think we're going to get this cracked in one day. Okay, now the first thing we've got to do is tune up. And we're down half a step. Okay, so we're tuning each string down half a semitone. So that's equivalent to one of the frets, if you remember. So instead of E, A, D, G, B, E, we now have D sharp, G sharp, C sharp, F sharp, A sharp, D sharp. Now the first chord, I've been trying to take pictures of my hands and things to show you the chords. Google chord diagrams, okay, that's going to be the easiest thing to do, all right? So it's an E, yeah? So that's down, up, down, up, down. And then we get the open E string, okay, and then watch my fingers here, you can be able to see this bit. We do a hammer on. So we play open E and then we hammer, yeah? So I'm not plucking, I'm playing the open E and then quickly fretting the notes, and if you sort of whack it quite hard with your finger, you get quite a good tone, all right? Now after that we're playing an A, okay? And an A uses three fingers like that. Now Kurt Cobain, being Kurt Cobain, he had a lazy way of making an A with one finger where it just sort of squish it over those three strings there. The problem is when I do that, it mutes the top E string, okay? But I tend to play, if I'm copying an artist, I'm trying to cover an artist, I try and play it more like them. Because normally I play my A nice and clean, but because we're covering Kurt Cobain, who was smacked off his tits all the time, we're going to do, it's called a Kurt Cobain A, okay? So just flattening that one finger to make the A. And if it sounds, if you get a dead string, I wouldn't worry too much about that. Okay, so what we've got so far. So it's down, up, down on the A, and then G, yeah? So down, up, down on the G. And then we have to play your very first bar chord. Oh fuck, I've been avoiding this one. Because bar chords are horrible, particularly on that piece of shit that you're playing, no offense. So it's a B bar chord, okay? Now what we're going to do, we're going to do that Cobain style as well. And yeah, we're probably going to get that dead note on the top, I wouldn't worry about that. And then what we do here, we take our top finger, let's try and fold that one out of the way. And then that goes up here. Okay. So if I put it all together, and then fuck it right up. Right, let me start again. And then that just repeats all the way through the song, okay? Now, the hammer-ons, he only really does that at a few points in the song, so listen to the song to figure out when that is. Now, what you've got to be careful with here, Rosa, is the song's almost like in rounds, if you remember singing in rounds at school, where the bass is playing like the chords, but in a slightly different timing, if that makes sense. So when you're playing along, okay, I really struggled to learn this song when I was a new guitarist, because what I was doing is I was, my ears were following the bass, and then I was playing in time with the bass rather than in time with the guitar, okay? So best thing to do is just practice that pattern and keep in that pattern, okay? And then as you're playing, just count your own beats, or listen to Kurt's guitar and follow the guitar, okay? Cool, so that's today's lesson.